guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you the kind of makeup I like doing when I get my Instagram pictures clicked. Now if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been quite active there. I've been posting pictures and I've posted all the wedding pics and everything that I have attended in the last few weeks. So that was such an awkward pause. So let's just start. So I'm just going to put my hair behind, and to wash my face today I used the Dermaweave Hydra Cleanser for sensitive skin conditions. This has Avena Sativa seed powders. This is extremely good if you have very sensitive skin, and if you have extremely dry skin, then this is amazing. It moisturizes your skin, it keeps it hydrated, but it still does the job of cleansing your skin. So I absolutely love this, and I use this on days when I'm feeling extremely dry and my skin is extremely stretchy. Okay, next to moisturize, I'm going to use the Derms Vitamin E Moisturizing Lotion for all skin types. I've been using this for a while now. I have a new one. They've changed the packaging, but I'm still going to squeeze out whatever is left in this one because hashtag middle class. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. This really sits well under makeup. It keeps your skin moisturized and hydrated, but is not heavy and oily. And it gets absorbed really quickly, guys, and it also has vitamin E, so it really helps in evening out your skin tone and repairing your skin. So I'm just going to let that sit on my skin for a few seconds. Also, do you guys like my moon? That was a birthday gift. I turned 29 last month on Jan 22nd, and I just have friends who like gifting me the moon. But it's a very nice, please switch on or off, see? And then you tap it and it changes color. I like this. Let's just keep it. I like that. Okay, so once this settles, I'm going to go in with primer. For primer, I'm using the Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Makeup Primer. Did it just go off? I didn't charge it. I like using the Blur Perfect Makeup Primer. I don't know why I'm smiling. Okay, so I'm just going to apply this all over my face. I really like this primer. It smoothens your skin, but it also gives a little bit of brightness. So I'm just going to use this on my T-zone and on this area where I have a little bit of texture. So when you are clicking pictures for Instagram, you know that sometimes you're, outside and the weather is not great. Sometimes you don't like the location and you want to change it. So you really need something that will last long and where you don't have to keep touching up your makeup. And that's why I like doing all these steps, because this way it really locks in my makeup and my makeup looks fresh and natural for a very long time. Brought you guys a little closer. Now I don't like using foundation. I feel it's quite heavy on my skin. Gone are those days when I used to like. I still use it if it is for some makeup look or some occasion, but now I've started liking this Clinique Even Better tint, and I just like to apply this all over my face. It's like a moisturizer, but it also has a little bit of tint to it, so it evens out your skin tone. Now if you don't like using tints and you want something heavy, then please go in for a foundation, but I just like using this. Can you guys see? It feels very much like skin, but it gives you that slight tint and your skin looks fresh and glowy. Next, for concealer, I'm going to use my MAC Select Moisture Cover Concealer. It is an NC42. This really matches me well and cancels out any darkness. So I just like using this. Very little just here. a little on my eyelid and chin. That's about it, and I just like blending everything with my fingers. Now I have extremely dry skin, so I don't like powdering my entire face. So I'm just going to powder the areas where I applied the concealer with a small blending brush. And the powder I'm using is this Moda compact powder in the number 15. Now I quickly filled in my eyebrows. On regular, like in daily life, I will never do my brows, but when you are clicking pictures, sometimes your brows can get washed out. So it's important to just like define it a little and fill it. For that, I just use this L'Oreal's Brow Artist Genius Kit. Does it have a shade? I don't think it has a shade, but it just has this one side that is powder and the other side that is wax, and I just use the wax side to fill in my brows. And to set my brows, I like using this Wet n Wild's Mega Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. It does not make your brows feel like glue, and that's why I like it. There's still movement. It does not feel stiff on your face, but it still sets your brows, so that is why I like using this. Now moving to eyes. My eyes really depends on what I'm doing or what I'm wearing that day. Sometimes I like to build it up, so I do like basic bronzer or a darker shade in the crease, and then while clicking pictures, if I feel like my eyes need to be a little more defined, I always carry an eyeliner and just like apply an eyeliner or some kind of darker shade. So right now I'm just going to use this dark bronzer from this palette, and I'm going to define my crease. Even if you are not doing anything to your eyes, always make sure to define your crease, because that slightly gives that definition, but it does not look too much. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to take this on this PAC blending brush 204 and apply it in my crease. I will also take that same dark brown shade and apply it on my lash line. It might not seem like too much, but it definitely defines your eyes, and in pictures it looks very nice. So I'm just going to use a pencil brush like this and apply it on my lash line. So today I feel like I need a little bit of smokiness on my upper lash line. So I'm just going to use this Purple's Smoky Eye Kajal, and I'm going to smudge it to get that smoky effect. So I quickly applied, I curled my lashes and applied mascara. For mascara, I've used this L'Oreal's Voluminous Lash Paradise. It is waterproof, so it stays on for a long time, and it also holds the curl. And even if you don't like doing anything much on your eyes, you can always do mascara, because it looks really nice in pictures. Now, after applying this whole thing, I feel like I need a little bit of shimmer maybe on my eyelids. So I'm just going to use any kind of shimmer you can use. That's why I told you that it's always important to like build and see how it goes, because sometimes you do a look and then you might not like how it looks in pictures. So you just have to work with it. I'm just going to use this shimmer just a little in the inner corners till the centers of my eyelid, and not much, very little. So I just applied the same dark shade on my lower lash line and applied kajal, and now I like how my eye makeup looks. Now comes the most important part. If you are getting your photos clicked, it's very important to contour your face, because when you contour your face, it gives your face some kind of definition. And if you are someone who has round face, then it's very important to contour your face, because it really defines your cheeks and your jawlines, and the pictures will come out really well. So whether I do something or not, whenever I'm getting my pictures clicked, I like to contour and highlight. So I'm just going to use, you can use any thing that you have. I'm just going to use this. Now, if you have a round face, it's very important to lift everything up, whether it is your contour, bronzer, highlighter, or blush. So when you lift it up, your face automatically looks lifted and more defined, and it looks very nice in pictures. So I'm just going to use this shade. Always use one, shades that are 1 or 2 shades darker than your skin tone, not something really dark, because otherwise it'll look muddy, and blending it out is difficult, and you don't want that look. You just want it to look like your face naturally has those shadows. So all I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take this, I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm going to lift it up so that my face looks lifted. So you can suck in, but at this point I know where to place it. So I'm just going to lift it up like this. Very subtle, it should hardly be there, but it also makes a lot of difference. Can you guys see? I've just lifted everything, and I'm not going from my cheeks, I'm just doing it here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to use that on my jawline so that it defines your jawline. Again, it will look really nice in pictures, and it will look very defined. If you want, you can always darken it, and then if you feel like you've put too much, go back with your foundation brush to make it more natural and blend it out better. I don't know if the camera is picking, because I like doing it very subtle, but I think you can see the difference. This side looks very much lifted when compared to this side. Now, contouring your nose also for pictures is a very good idea, because it makes your nose look slim. Now, I feel like no matter how many tutorials you watch on how to contour your nose and everything, you will get better at it only if you practice. And once you practice, you will know what kind of shape you want to give your nose, and that will come with practice. So I just like to take the same bronzer that I used on my cheeks so that everything looks pulled together, and I'm just going to run it very, very slightly on the sides. I don't like a very harsh nose contour. I like it very, very subtle. So I'm just going to do that. Now, I know it looks like there's hardly anything there, but in real life it looks very natural, and on pictures it comes out really well. If you have a long nose, you can always put it here and shorten it, but this is all I like to do. I don't like to go in with concealers and all of that. I feel like that looks very harsh sometimes. I want it very subtle. Now, after this, I'm going to use a blush. Now, I'm not a fan of shimmery blushes from beginning, but if you like it, then you can definitely use that kind of a blush. I'm using this Colorbar's Veiled Merlot, and I'm just going to apply this with the same technique. I'm going to lift it. Now, on normal days, I like to use it on the apples of my cheek, but when you want to get your pictures clicked, lifting it is a very good idea, especially if you have round face. Now, I'm going to use the same brush. You don't need 10,000 brushes for it, and I'm just going to go slightly above the bronzer, the contour that I've applied, to just fix it. Now, as you can see, because I hadn't powdered my face, there's this one patch, and I'll show you how to work with that. Okay, once that is done, I'm just going to take any brush you can take which has no product, or maybe your foundation brush, and just slowly blend everything together. It will look very seamless. You don't want any harsh lines. And that's about it. Now, makeup really should be something that you use to enhance your features and not change your features. I don't like makeup that makes you look like you are a different person. Now for highlight, I always prefer liquid highlight over um, powder highlight. Though powder highlight is really good, but sometimes if you have a lot of texture on your skin, it can really exaggerate it. So I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild primer, which I like using as a highlight, and I'm going to highlight all the highest points like my chin, and then I'm going to take a little bit of it and highlight my nose. This will also further make your nose look slim and it will look nice in pictures. Now the same thing, on normal days I would have used this on my cheeks, but for pictures I like to use this here, and then I like to blend it out with fingers because then everything looks just lifted and nice. Also going to use this right above my eyebrows. That way it just makes your eyebrows look lifted. And if you are wearing clothes that have deep neck, or you know, something sleeveless, always make sure to highlight your collarbone and just here so that it looks really nice in pictures. Now moving on to lips, my favorite part. I always make sure to line my lips. Whenever you feel like you don't know what lip liner you want to use, always go for red, because whatever you put on red, it just looks really nice. If you are doing a nude, what I personally like is going for a gloss on top of it, because sometimes we brown girls can get a little washed out when we are wearing nude lip shades, especially if you haven't found your perfect nude yet. But otherwise, for me, in my pictures, I like wearing bold colors. Generally in life, I like wearing dark and bold colors. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to line my lips with this Wet n Wild lip liner, gel lip liner in the shade Red the Seam. This is my absolute favorite. It is very, very creamy and it glides on really well. I always make sure to fill in my lips, because when the lipstick shade is wearing out, it wears out really beautifully, and you have the lip liner underneath it. So for lipstick, I'm using Colorbar's Matte Me As I Am lip color in Outrage 005. It comes in this pencil form, and I'm just going to apply this. Another thing to keep in mind is to set your makeup with a setting spray. It's really important, especially if you are shooting outdoors and all of that. I personally like the NYX Professional Makeup Dewy Finish setting spray. I have dry skin, so I like using the Dewy. They have matte one also. I have reviewed both of these products on my channel. You can check it out if you are interested, but this keeps your makeup locked in place for hours. Your makeup will not move and it will look really fresh, and you don't even need to do a lot of touch up. So I'm just going to spray this all over my face. So this is the makeup look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something from this makeup video. I still have a lot of love for makeup. It's just that I don't find the need to wear it that often. Even when I'm going out in real life, like when I'm going out, I don't feel like doing a lot of these steps. But yeah, so I will leave the products that I used in the description box and all the links, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will meet you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.